They called him the phenomenon not just for the goals, but for the way time seemed to pause when he touched the ball. One moment he was standing still, and the next, he had slalomed past an entire defense like they were training cones. You didn't just watch Ronaldo Nazario, you held your breath. Because when R9 had the ball at his feet, anything could happen. And most times, it did. This is the story of a boy from the slums of Rio who rose faster than anyone in history, shattered records, broke hearts, and came back from the dead to remind the world who he truly was. Before we dive into this breathtaking journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because the name Ronaldo isn't just written in football history, it's carved in gold. Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima was born on September 18, 1976 in Bento Ribeiro, a poor neighborhood on the outskirts of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. His parents Nelio and Sonia separated when he was young, and life wasn't easy. Raised mostly by his mother, Ronaldo grew up in an environment where every meal was earned, and every dream felt out of reach. But he had one gift: a football. From the streets, he began with futsal, small court football that sharpens quick reflexes and close control. Ronaldo had both, and more. By the time he was 13, his name was echoing in youth leagues across Brazil. His touch, speed, and composure were too mature for his age. The boy was something else. At just 16, Ronaldo exploded into the Brazilian league with Cruzeiro. In one season, he scored 44 goals in 47 games. His raw talent was undeniable. The world was watching. By 1994, at only 17, he was called up to the Brazil national team for the World Cup in the United States. He didn't play, but he went home with a winner's medal and a quiet hunger for more. His first stop in Europe was PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. For 2 seasons, he was a goal machine. 54 goals in 58 matches. A predator with the elegance of a dancer. Then came Barcelona, the year that turned him into a global superstar. In the 1996 to 1997 season, Ronaldo scored 47 goals in 49 appearances for Barca. Not tap-ins, not easy finishes. We're talking solo runs from halfway, mazy dribbles past 5 defenders, chips, rockets, and pure artistry. At just 20 years old, he was named FIFA World Player of the Year, the youngest ever. But the world wasn't ready for what came next. He moved to Inter Milan, bringing his magic to Italy. He scored 34 goals in his first season and became a global marketing icon. Nike built a brand around him. Football revolved around him. He was untouchable until disaster struck. In 1999, during a game against Lecce, Ronaldo's knee buckled. He tore a tendon. Months of rehab followed. He returned in 2000 and just 6 minutes into his comeback game, the knee collapsed again. This time worse. A complete rupture. The world held its breath. 2 major surgeries. Years away from the game. People said he'd never return to the top. Most players would have given up. But Ronaldo didn't just return. He returned with vengeance. The 2002 World Cup in South Korea and Japan. Brazil's number 9 was back. He wasn't as quick as before. He wore a strange haircut. His knees were full of metal. But what he did was supernatural. He scored 8 goals in 7 matches, including 2 in the final against Germany, and led Brazil to their 5th World Cup title. He won the Golden Boot and was named Player of the Tournament. The comeback was complete. That same year, Real Madrid signed him as part of their Galacticos era, and even surrounded by legends like Zidane, Figo, and Beckham, Ronaldo stood out. He scored goals in clusters, including a famous hat-trick at Old Trafford that earned a standing ovation from Manchester United fans. He didn't rely on tricks. His body and mind were weapons. Ronaldo's style was unlike anything before or after. He could explode into space in a split second, destroy defenses with feints and speed, and finish with surgical calmness. He was both chaos and control, strength and skill, speed and silence. Despite recurring injuries and struggles with weight, he continued to shine. He later played for AC Milan, and eventually returned to Brazil with Corinthians. By the time he retired in 2011, he had scored over 400 goals and won almost everything a player could dream of. But Ronaldo wasn't just about trophies. He was about impact. He changed the game. He made fans fall in love. He inspired a generation. And he did it all with humility. No arrogance. No ego. Just a smile that said, "I was born to do this." After football, he became a businessman, a philanthropist, and even the owner of Real Valladolid in Spain and Cruzeiro in Brazil. He remained close to the game, mentoring young stars and protecting the legacy of the sport. He once ruled, "Ask any true football fan who saw Ronaldo in his prime, and they'll tell you, there has never been another like him. Not before, not since." R9 was poetry in motion, a miracle in boots. So if you ever held your breath when he picked up the ball near midfield, or watched his name flash across your screen in the early days of YouTube clips, then do one thing: hit that subscribe button right now. Because this is not just a highlight reel. This is the story of the rise, fall, and rise again of football's greatest phenomenon. Ronaldo Nazario. R9. Forever a king.